it's not going anywhere because you're not doing anything. You're still in bed, sleep. Wake your ass up and get it done. I don't know where that came from, but like that's the message that I'm getting from these two cards. Happy new moon babes. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Cheyenne. I'm the face behind and founder of Soulful Soothe. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for the support, the love, everything that you show me, every way that you pour back into me. I appreciate it. Also, if you're new here, I'm gonna need you to just go ahead and like the video because I know you're gonna like what comes out of my mouth. Well, maybe you won't, but I know it's gonna be informative, and I know that it's gonna be the message that you need to hear. Now let's get into it. How I do readings on this channel, I start with prayer, invocation, and then I go into some of the transits that are or could be affecting you at the time of the new or the full moon. But Spirit has guided me to do this reading a little bit different. I'm not going to talk about other planets, any other transits, and I'm going to split the reading into 3 parts. I'm going to talk about overall energy, then I'm going to split it off and talk about what's happening for Divine Feminine, and then what's happening for Divine Masculine. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get into it. Feel free to call on any guides, ancestors, anybody that you want present during this reading. That will not harm us. I do have a candle lit here. It is blue for the throat chakra. We are still going through Mercury retrograde, and Mercury is the planet that rules communication, transportation, technology. So if you want some more information outside of like Mercury retrograde is coming, be scared of your toxic ass ex reaching back out. If you want something more in depth, in detail, something that talks about not just the obvious, something that does not scratch the surface, it goes deeper than the surface, feel free to check out my Mercury retrograde video. I offer some tips that I personally use to get through retrogrades, and then I also talk about some astrology, so I'll put that card somewhere on the screen. And yeah, let's get into it. Dear Divine, thank you so much for this time that my friend and I get to share here right now together. Thank you for the purity of the energy that is present. Thank you for the protection that you have placed around and about us during this sacred space in this sacred time. I ask that you would clear my bias and clear out anything negative to me that may be affecting this reading, so that I can be a clear channel of the messages that you have for the people today. With so much love in our hearts, gratitude on our lips, and clarity in our mind, we say thank you. All right, loves, let's get into it. So I did have some channeled messages for the collective, so I'm actually gonna look at my notes first, remember what those downloads were, and then come right back. I'll be back. Okay, y'all, I haven't even started the reading, but obviously I got something to say because you saw how them cards just flew. Now, okay, I wanted to talk about the channeled messages first. Can we talk about that first, Spirit, please? Like, or you gonna spaz out? Like, what's going on? Okay, so I channeled 2 songs the other day, and I believe that one is for Divine Feminine and one is for Divine Masculine. For Divine Feminine, the song I channeled was Back to Life, Back to Reality. And then for Divine Masculine, I channeled Don't Call It a Comeback. I don't know the name of those songs, but I just heard those like randomly and immediately knew that they were channeled messages, not for me personally, but for the collective. So Since Spirit has used the wind to blow a couple cards out, let us tap into what the energy of this new moon is. Okay, so the first card we have is Let Loose. The second card we have is Hidden. And the third card is Seeing Signs. So I feel like with this energy, the collective is obviously seeing signs. I feel like the collective is, I want to say in hermit mode, because when I look at this card and see Hidden, when I look at this card and I see Hidden, it makes me think of the Hermit. The Hermit card in tarot talks about separating yourself from a group or from just people in general, going within yourself to find answers, going in to learn the lessons you need and to gain the wisdom and the understanding that you're looking for. This overwhelmingly feels positive. It feels like you are like off in the cut. And with the Let Loose card, I feel like the collective that I read for is somehow getting back to things that bring them joy, things that make them happy. I want to clarify with some playing cards. If you're new here, I love reading with playing cards because the energy is just way more straightforward. There's no major arcana. So that can be a little challenging, but I just like reading with playing cards a lot. So, Spirit, can you talk more about this Let Loose energy? And can you tell us more about the hidden aspects? Like, what are these hidden aspects? What are these hidden aspects? That's not the question. The question is, why are we in hiding? Oh. LOL. Seeing signs. What are we seeing signs of, Spirit? I feel like there's one more for that question. What are we seeing signs of? What are we seeing signs of? Okay, so more on this Let Loose energy. We have Four of Pentacles and Six of Pentacles. So having playtime is going to bring balance, and it's going to help you release that stagnant energy. Like if you're feeling stuck or stagnant in any area of your life, if you just loosen up a little bit and play, just forget about the problem. When you come back to the problem, that problem, it might not be resolved, but you might have a clear head or a different perspective on how to solve that problem. Now, I asked Spirit, why are we in hiding? And y'all saw that that card came right out. It is the King of Cups. So this could be you hiding from a water sign masculine energy, or this is you needing to tend to your emotions in a more masculine, energetic way. Excuse me. What I mean by that is, instead of getting stuck in the emotion that you're feeling or stuck in the emotions that are coming in, you want to separate things, like put this over here and then put this here and then this here. Like it's very much like compartmentalizing is the word that's coming through right now. So Spirit, what is the collective seeing signs of? Oh wow. Ace of Spades, Five of Spades. So the collective is seeing signs that are illuminating information to some sort of betrayal, deceit. I really get the sense that, okay, now with this King of Cups coming out and this Five of Swords, like this doesn't have to be, and this is a very specific scenario, so if it's not your scenario, like just don't try to make it fit. But I'm really getting that this King of Cups has either crossed the line with you somehow, deceived you. I just heard bamboozled. And I feel like these signs are in relation to you getting confirmation that your intuition was right. Okay, Spirit, what is this? Y'all saw that, right? Like, did y'all see that? Yeah, 7 of Swords. Wow, like you literally can't make this shit up. So 5 of Swords to me is like when you feel like you feel like somebody's like up to no good, but you can't quite put your finger on it. You can't logically explain it. It's just a feeling that you have, right? And then the 6 of Swords, you're like, I don't know what that feeling is, and I can't prove it, but I'm gonna go over here and do this. 7 of Swords is once you've gotten to that place, and like once you've gotten to your place of refuge, like once you've gotten away from the bullshit, and you find out that new information, the Ace of Swords, you find out that new information and you're like, okay, now see, this is why Spirit had me in hiding. This is why Spirit had me off to the side. Okay, this is spicy. Now let's move on to Divine Feminine. Let's talk about this. I'm gonna start with the channeled song, Back to Life, Back to Reality. What is that about? Okay, Spirit, can you talk to me about what's in store for Divine Feminine for this new moon in Virgo? What is in store for Divine Feminine for this new moon in Virgo? This is a great out. Okay. Straight start. Ooh. We have Page of Cups and Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like with that Back to Life, Back to Reality song, it's like Divine Feminine has been like kind of daydreaming or not really paying attention to the physical, not really paying attention to their material abundance, their sustenance, their livelihood. Now, of course, you could be going to work every day and like going through the motions, whatever. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like forgetting to cancel a subscription for the month, or forgetting that you have this one bill due that you just got added or something like that. Could be financial. Those are just the 2 examples that came to mind. I'm not saying that that's your situation. It's a general message, so whatever fits. You know your life, I don't. So Page of Cups is like you being in this dreamy energy of like brainstorming, daydreaming, trying to figure out like what it is that you want, and you just being very dreamy about it. It feels very lovey-dovey. It feels very kind of spaced out. A Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This is taking too long to do things. This is getting stuck in your head and not taking the necessary action, the necessary steps to move the dream, the plan, the vision. It's not going anywhere because you're not doing anything. You're still in bed, sleep. Wake your ass up and get it done. I don't know where that came from, but like that's the message that I'm getting from these 2 cards. Just because I'm nosy, Spirit, what is Divine Feminine daydreaming about? What is Divine Feminine? Okay. These did come out in reverse, but I'm going to put them upright so that you can properly see them. We do have the 2 of Swords, and we have the Fool. So at this time, you could be daydreaming about new beginnings, fresh starts, like doing something, like starting completely from scratch, like starting a new project, and you're not really sure like how to start. It's like you know that you want to do this thing, but you're not really sure on like how to get there. And that, I feel like this is why the 2 of Swords is showing up, because it's like you're not really sure how to start on that path. Like, you know the path that you want. So let's say this is you becoming a rapper. You know that you want to be on stage in front of millions of people. You know you want your songs on the radio, whatever. But you're just like, how do I get discovered? I'm putting, I'm making these TikTok sounds. I'm putting my content on SoundCloud. I'm like doing all the things, but I'm not seeing the results that I want. Like, how can I get this dream of mine? How can I get to it? And I feel like that's also where the Knight of Pentacles is, because I feel like in the past you've tried different things and not gotten the results that you wanted. And so you're just like hesitating to start something completely new, because you're just like, I don't want to put all my eggs in this basket. I don't want to start doing all of these actions and they're unfruitful. Okay, so how can Divine Feminine move forward and get unstuck? How can, I just heard ain't nothing to it but to do it. Start somewhere, even if you have to start small. Okay, so the cards that fell out, we do have Strength. We have Page of Pentacles. And we have Five of Wands. It did come out in reverse, but I'm not really feeling all these reversals today. So from this energy, what I'm getting is, I feel like this. Hey y'all, Cheyenne from the future. So my phone overheated. I don't know why I thought I could just sit outside in this Texas heat and record a whole 45-minute video. No, girl. So I'm gonna split the video, or this reading, into 2 videos. The next portion of the Divine Feminine reading will be on the next video with the Divine Masculines portion, and then I'll close the reading out. But I did want to take this opportunity to talk about why I put Libra/Virgo. So whenever we have a new moon, it's because the moon, after making its rounds to all the other zodiac signs within the last lunar cycle, it's finally made its way back to the same zodiac as the sun. So those are 2 luminaries, not planets. They're luminaries because it's a source of light, right? Like stars as well. Once they get into the same sign, that is called a conjunction. However, the requirements that I just shared with you, that's not necessarily true this time. I'm gonna put a screenshot. Actually, I'm gonna put 2 screenshots of 2 different charts that I pulled, just to make sure that I was correct at what I was seeing and hearing, because I'm like, why are people talking about Libra new moon? Like, I pulled up the charts and then I questioned myself, and then I looked again, and then I got someone messaging me about it, and I looked again, and I'm like, yeah, like I'm seeing, this is what I'm seeing. So here are the screenshots that show what I'm referencing, and I will have these sources in the description so that you can do your own research, because I never just want y'all to take information that I say and run with it. Like, my role here is not to spoon feed you information and tell you what to think and breathe and do and feel and how to process. No, I'm just here to share information for mental expansion. It's for you to open your mind and think about things from a different perspective. So I definitely want you to have your own opinions, and especially if you have a different opinion than I do, like, I don't hate you. I just want you to be able to see things from other people's points of view. I just feel like it makes you a more well-rounded and just all-around good human. So with that being said, I just wanted to talk about that briefly in case there was confusion or someone read the title of this and was angry at me for titling the video. But okay, I am going to export this video and start working on part 2. Thank you.